Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to FM24 Youth Factory. This is episode 21. Big time matchup here. It's not our title rivals. However, it's the informed team that does currently sit closest to us in the league, as in the second place squad. So they absolutely could put up a big challenge. Flag stays down on this one. I thought for sure that flag was going to get raised, but Lanahan Penn-Reese, who is not the only Lanahan Penn-Reese here today, by the way, as Mansfield has one in their midfield as well, and that was very much onside. It was just a really well-timed run and a fantastic pass to set that one up. Really good finish, getting that inside the corner, straight across there without pulling it wide. And the first shot of the match results in a goal for us. Great start. Busy calendar lately. And with that busy calendar, there absolutely had to have been a couple of changes to our squad. Notably, Adekunle on the bench, available to play the last half hour if needed. Otherwise, I would love to give him a rest. He is quite fatigued. He was very much not fit to play a full 90 today, and as opposed to trying to squeeze an hour out of him and have him come off completely exhausted, we're going to give Wilkinson the start, push Lanahan Penn-Reese over to Adekunle's side where he's already scored. And we're quickly heading towards halftime as a smart move to switch play there and bring things in a little bit closer and beat the wall with Wilkinson, but it gets blocked anyway. And then after we switch back to Lanahan Penn-Reese, he gets a chance at that one from his normal side, but can't do anything with it. Here's Rodney, who's on a yellow card already in possession. Garrett in a lot of space. They're going to be able to turn and shoot from the edge of the box, but it's well over. Julian had it covered either way. They've definitely started to play their way into this game a little bit, though. This second place side could put up a threat. Kitching on a yellow now. Our only one so far. I wouldn't worry too much, as he's a smart player, if it's just him and the one guy from their time as Davidson so nearly scores there. Keeper just gets fingertips to that one to push it wide. That corner is a tap in, and what a smart play from Thornhill as he chips the keeper. Keeper goes diving hardcore, expecting a bullet shot, and yeah, Thornhill sees that he's diving and wisely just chips it up and over and away from the guy guarding the post, sends it down the middle. What a play there. And we've got a 2-goal lead at home at halftime. The second change that we brought into the squad today in terms of rotation is, again, an overly fatigued player, McFadden this time. And Kamara has actually outplayed him and has taken the starts more and more often anyway. But as I just took a little vacation prior to this match, that has set us up for McFadden getting a return to the starting squad more often than not over the last few matches, and has left him tired and on a high match load with Kamara now on the light match load. So it made perfect sense to make that particular swap. This ball over the top for Chaplin is onside, and it does lead to a corner, forcing Julian into making a decent stop on that one. And didn't look like anyone got a piece of that, but maybe it was Julian who tipped that up and over. Maybe it was headed on target. They're going to get another chance here. Yikes, that was way too many chances. 3 chances in just a moment. Plenty of XG picked up on that sequence of corners. Atkins is pretty tired. We've played an hour. We're probably going to want to swap him. Oh, and now he's picked up a yellow too. So let's go ahead and swap him out. Though I don't have an option. We're going to have to go the old-fashioned way, bring Thornhill down, and bring on Archie Jones. 1 hour to play. I think we're going to go balanced now to start getting behind the ball a little bit more often. We don't want to stall yet, but we're going to start that process fairly soon, and with a 3-goal lead, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Jones gets on the end of that one. That was all team effort. Wilkinson was onside there. Tried to get that ball near post for Davidson, but the defense gets to it. What a smart pass And Penreese is drawing the defenders there, leaving Jones wide open. And he puts it in the back of the net for a threefer. Oh, dangerous ball there. And we just get a knee to that, it looked like. And pop it up high enough that it ends up going off the crossbar. And nearly get one back. And early enough that it could have been within time. Another play there. Oh, my. We've got to start getting behind the ball a little bit more than that. Time wasting, we will start and play for set pieces. I think we might need to drop a little bit lower the weight. Yeah. Another dangerous ball into the box. That's chipped wide, apparently. Before we get back out there, let's drop down. We don't need to press quite as often. We'll switch to regroup as well. Try to see this game out. We can give up a goal here. We just can't give up 3. Slow the game down enough. Redknapp clears that away. Plays a smart move. They now have more XG than we do, but we've got that 3-goal lead. Davidson in need of a rest. Let's go ahead and bring on Adekunle for the final 10 minutes, as I don't have another option for that sub. I'd almost rather just bring on somebody else, but we don't really have another option, so it is what it is. So Adekunle shouldn't be feeling it too much playing just a few minutes. Ooh. Hassel nearly gets on the end of that. Langley just comes over and grabs it. Good header there from Kamara. Wilkinson, Mortland. Now we're playing keep away. Approaching stoppage time. We're in the 90th minute. Bad giveaway by Mortland there. Grayson on the counter. Wastes it. Completely wastes it. Was that a ball into the box for a teammate? Hoping they were there. I think that was the case. Hassel picks that one up after the defender pulls back and just leaves the ball off. That was a strange one. Jones in close. Earns the corner. This is going to nearly do it. Pushes us almost into the final minute. Again, we go to the far post to Hassel. Too much traffic there. He doesn't win that one. 20 seconds. Headed away. One of the final plays here. Grayson has been all over the ball. We've seen a lot of him. Over the top for Yates. Julian, that's offside. Flag raised. And that is time. 3-0, 3 points. Big 3 points. Stretches that lead in the league just a little bit once again. They came on really strong the last 15 minutes. Surprised they waited that long. I mean, they went from a .38 XG. I suppose that was more than 15 minutes. That was more like 25. And from the moment we scored that third goal is where that happened, from the restart. And then look at all that XG. I mean, all but a few minutes there. We neutralized them as we changed the game plan. Until the very, very end, they got some more chances in stoppage. But that was a lot of XG, a lot of chances. I think they ended up with 9 shots in that stretch, more than what they had the entire rest of the match. If they had played like that all game long, this could have been a very different outcome. But of course, 3-0 changes every game. With that loss, Mansfield drops to 3rd. Kidderminster immediately takes up the mantle and closes the gap on us. We now have a 6-point lead. We've been between 5 and 7 here for a while. We still have a game in hand on the next 3 closest. Dorking has moved up to 5th, who are on the same number of matches played as we have. And then Woking and Macclesfield pick up the rest of the playoff zone positions. There's no huge drop-off here, as our primary rivals, Southend United, who we've just recently beaten and put them into a run of bad form since that time. They were 2nd when we beat them, and then they've only grabbed a few points in their last 4 or so matches. Eastleigh is also right there. Yeovil's right there. Barnet's not far behind. There is no sudden gap. In fact, the first sudden gap, other than at the top, our 6 points, is 5 points between Fleetwood and Walsall, way down in 18th, 19th. Therefore, close league, close battles, a lot of positive goal differentials outside of the relegation teams. Good news, folks. Our previously unwilling to negotiate Lanahan Penrese, we've caught him at the right time. We are performing well. He's happy with how we're performing. Some of his teammates have recently signed contracts, and he's feeling the buzz. As a result, he has agreed to a new contract, or at least we hope he has, and yes. So we have a deal in place. It is actually slightly less than what he was making. He, on his previous contract, had a match highest earner, which bumped him up to just slightly over $400K. He's back down to $389, and we've got a 3-year deal. That's going to keep him in place for a long time. And this is starting to... We're just getting to a high enough level, and we're just starting to pay players enough that our security is improving. We've had kind of a lot of rolling 1-year deals since turning pro, as we were at such a low level. We're just getting high enough, and the taste of league football is there, that these guys are starting to get willing to sign 2-3-year deals, which is giving us extra security, because nobody's going to want to sign them when they're on long-term deals. And we have a higher valuation for the players with multi-year contracts, which again deters other teams from coming in. It's starting to go in our favor for the first time in a while. Things had really worked against us. Turning pro was a big turning point, and that gave us some extra security, and that built us up, and that got us promoting again. Now we're kind of hitting that next phase of longer contracts, higher value. That's starting to work out pretty well. Now, the offset of that is increased costs. How much are we making? How much are we bringing in? Well, we're seeing a little decline in our finances, but we have all of those sellable clauses to make up for it. But you still want to, for the most part, maintain at least a neutral balance if possible, and then cash in from time to time. And those aren't necessarily going to get bigger, because it's still a matter of team goes to the championship and championship sells a player and we get a cut. That's all the same. Do we get big enough for Premier League sides to start coming along and doing that? I mean, apparently Lanahan Penrese is a good Sky Bet championship player who wants to stay with a team in the National League on the verge of League 2. That's like Paul Mullen level action right there, where you're keeping really good, solid players who just love a good story. Are we becoming that story? We don't have that reputation yet. Wrexham has a significantly higher reputation in-game in our series, and certainly in real life. Their reputation has taken a huge jump. Of course, there are haters out there who hate the fact that it's a story and that, they pay more than others. Well, yeah, no, I tend to hate that too. But we're not talking about like Man City levels, not breaking financial fair play regulations. They're following financial fair play. They're just injecting money into a club at a lower level where it is helping them and building them. And yes, I get it. They are spending more, right? There is a reason for some people to hate, and it's a reason that I normally hate. And I wasn't a fan of Wrexham before. I really wasn't. But hearing their story, right, has a special meaning, and it's a team that's been down for a long time. To get them back up is big. They deserve more. It's a town and club. It's the atmosphere. It's the environment. Anyway, back to our own story. No holiday this time. We push forward just 3 days. We continue on with another top clash. Not number 2 this time, but in the playoff zone, it's Dorking Wanderers. They're just 5th in the league, and we're on the road. So this is almost a more difficult challenge. Added to the almost more difficult challenge prospect, besides being on the road, is, big save from Julian there, is a little additional squad rotation today. The worrying kind. Usually I kind of max out at about 2, but we just played 3 days ago, and they were already tired in the 3 days ago, and now even more fatigue carried for this one. So, Davidson finally gets a rest. Lanahan Penrese playing on top, Archie Jones playing on the left. Adekunle back out there after his rest. McFadden back out there after his rest. But now, with a cold, as we go just wide there, Rossini gets the start on the right. Not Kamara, but Rossini, who's more built for that and has really, really grown at this point of the season. He's nearly to the quality of both Kamara and McFadden. And Julian, of course, make a save on that one. That had a little bit of bend to it. Looked like it might have hit the post or might have just squeezed in off the post, potentially. Yes, let's always press. The third change today is Webb getting the start in the back line with Hassel, who is our fourth leading scorer this season, all off of corner kicks. The guy was offside. The winger wisely did not play that one. Julian forced him to make a huge save that time. And it's been all Dorking here in the first half. Adekunle does not chase that down enough. Gives them a big chance. Their guy who's hugging the line. But we still had somebody standing on the post, I believe, that put him onside. Yeah, we got two guys there on the post. Yeah, he's on. Nobody closes them out. And we trail. We're going to go into halftime. The team deservedly behind. Davidson's not available. I did not put him on the bench. He is getting a full rest today, so we can't just change things up and bring him on. So this is going to be tricky. Team is inspired as we head into the second half, though. For now, we'll stay positive, but we might have to go more attacking in the near future as we head that one back to Julian starting the second half. Rossini completes that pass. Mortland, his passing has been a worry of late, but that was a nice one there. McFadden takes contact from the defender, does not get a call. If advantage is called, we lose it a second later, and I don't know if that's an advantage as Mortland gives it away. Rossini, nice pass there. Adekunle gets it inside, but not on the same page. We recover the ball very quickly, though, and that's good. We might want to trigger that press even more frequently, especially without any yellow cards. Jones into Thornhill, gets a shot, but it's blocked. Adekunle's cross is blocked, out for the corner kick. No hassle to get on the end of these, and they're going to head that away. Jones, terrible ball into Adekunle. Weak sauce, that was very easily picked off. That was going to be his ball all day, every day. Okay, time is running. And we're coming up on the hour mark. I think it's time to start making some changes. We're going to have to go more attacking and time to change the play a little bit. Let's pick up the tempo, play a little bit faster. Do we want to hit them on the counter? Try to hit them on the counter. And we're going to push our lineup even higher. Force them to play back and try to protect their lead and get after them. Still nothing doing, though. We're the only ones to have any shots of late. We've had a couple. Bad giveaway there. Again, Mortland. Mortland's having a really bad day. Let's go ahead and change things up. Mortland, I'm frustrated with how poor he's been. So let's get him out of there. Really bad ratings across the board. I mean, nobody's doing anything. No one is stepping up, but I'm frustrated with the mistakes we're seeing. So Jones, switch with Thornhill. Thornhill, switch with Mortland. I was planning on bringing on Matty Baker, give youth a chance, but James Wilkinson, I think, is going to be more necessary under the circumstances. Might have to change our formation, as we do not seem to be overloading in any space. That was a corner kick, apparently. Julian did make a stab at it. I guess he got a piece of it. Didn't look like it. Looked like it was just a bad shot. Rossini on a yellow. Adekunle! Oh, off the inside of the post. Another ball in, and that's cleared away. Wow. So absurdly close. There's only been 3 shots in the entire second half combined. All 3 shots from us. And suddenly we're in a stoppage tactics. Come on. Let's push up. A little more overload as we push up a second player into the attacking area. McFadden gets that one inside. Had so much space, but he had to open his body to shoot with his left and just didn't get much on it. Keeper pushes it out for the corner kick. Another corner kick goes nowhere, so without hassle, we're definitely missing him as Akunle's cross. Corner, just that side of the corner flag. Akunle, don't take your time. 1 minute to go. No keeper coming up. You would think he would come up on a situation such as that. And the keeper took over a minute on that free kick. He took more than 1 minute to take that free kick. Did not get a yellow card. That's amazing. We lose. That's a game that very much should have finished 1-1, but if you only get 2 shots on target, you only get 2 shots on target. You're not going to get very many chances to score like that. Possession was 50-50. This had draw written all over it, but we don't come away with points today, so we do drop one on the road. Kidderminster lose. Mansfield draw. We retain the gap at the top of the league, and we still have a game in hand on a lot of teams. That is lucky. Harrogate, our next match is 14th. Maidstone is 15th. Much better chance to get all of the points in that next little sequence before we then have Kettering at home for the FA Trophy third round, which we're just now getting involved in. And of course, Kettering plays where we played a year ago in the National League North. Well, I guess we were in the South, so but they're in that level. Prediction had them 20th for this season. They currently find themselves in 10th, punching well above their weight, but still a division below us, and should be a very winnable game. Getting things underway in the FA Trophy against Kettering Town. This is one of those matchups that we should win comfortably, but there's a lot of squad rotation today for multiple reasons. One, rest. We need it. We have been overloaded on our schedule for quite some time now, and the fatigue is simply getting worse. However, one player has been rested appropriately and is back in shape, as we should have gone up 1-0 there and didn't even get that on target. Keeper did not have to make a save there. Wilkinson missed the target, and we've picked up a ridiculously early yellow card. Not a good start to this match at all, and not a good stretch for us, as we've now lost 3 out of our last 5 matches. We lost at home 1-0, resting Davidson. It hurt. We just squeezed out the previous game as we just went 3 in a row. Davidson just took a week and a half off of rest, is now recuperated, ready to go as Mortland wins that ball, and actually completes the pass this time. But a lot of squad rotation, and on top of all that fatigue that we're carrying and silly yellow cards at the moment, but there's a virus going through the team. First guy that got it, we sent him home. No matter, it's spread anyway. We've sent each subsequent player home. Lanahan Penrace is the latest to pick it up just yesterday. He's expected to be out for upwards of 3 weeks. And with the busy calendar, that is going to hurt so much. Primus is taking corner kicks. That's where we're at right now. And we've already played half an hour and have yet to do anything and are not dominating here at all. I mean, we're only challenging a little, but between the fatigue, the rotation, the form, I am actually a little bit worried. Baker gets the start. Kamara got a start. Primus got the start. Wilkinson got the start. Julian gives it away straight to their striker, and they're actually carrying the momentum at the moment. Now Primus on a yellow as well. 2 yellow cards already. Wilkinson wins that close range. Free header. Gets a decent amount on it, but it was a bit too much at the keeper. Fairly easy stop. Redknapp gives that away. Man, we are playing so poorly all of a sudden. Now Redknapp. Inside to Thornhill. Back outside to Redknapp. Thornhill, now Baker involved as we continue this move. Primus, Mortland cuts inside. Kamara gets a second chance. His cross, his low cross, cleared out for the corner. Baker to take it from this side. Thornhill is now the guy on far post duties, and Davidson with the free header. Little two underneath it. Thornhill. Wilkinson totally gives that away. That was a pass to Noah. Kitching. Great pass to inside to Kitching. Finds Baker, and Baker goes super close, but Wilkinson finishes it off, and it's 1-0 just before halftime. Very much what we needed, but it's going to be hard to fire up the side after that. Kitching. Great ball over the top for Baker. Baker, good control. Defense just gets a piece of it. Was it off the crossbar at that point, or did Portis get a hand to it, or a combination of the pair? Either way, it lands for Wilkinson, and Wilkinson finishes it off. Same 11 will start the second half. The rotation will begin soon, especially if we can start to put this game away. At 1-0, it's far from complete. We might have a lot of XG. We might be dominating, but it's not like they have done nothing. Redknapp recovers that. Back to Mortland. Blasted off a defender. Their counterattack of 1 is halted. Next highlight, Davidson in possession. Poor pass back to Baker, but we continue to move. Nice cross from Baker. Another free header for Wilkinson, who's just not converting them. We should easily be up a couple goals already. Thornhill's heavy touch off the chest is taken away from him. Now Redknapp pulls it back, finds Thornhill. Had Redknapp on the overlap, but switches to the middle. Primus out to the outside. Redknapp. Baker just onside. Flag stays down. Wilkinson, another free header. Straight at the keeper. No power on it this time. We've had, 5 headers from Wilkinson already? Well, that's more than a third of our shots. We've played an hour. I'd love to start the subs, but we have not put this game away. A second goal and we can start to rotate. Especially youth. Redknapp. Into Baker. Baker, switch, close range. That was a weird sequence because we seemed to be halting the play before that ball ever went out of bounds. Mortland is completely exhausted, but I don't have a sub for him. We're going to have to... Ooh, now Portis has picked up a knock. Still only 1-0. We're going to give this another moment or so, and then we're going to start the subs. Regardless, I wanted to start them 15 minutes ago. Kamara, nice tackle. That's their best chance of the day. Julian forced to make a save. Should have held on to it, though. The cross. Henry was offside. Flags raised. Jones and Webb coming on. Mortland. Hassel, the ones we are now resting. This is about rest. We're risking a couple of guys on yellows. Primus! Oh, he was the one I was thinking about taking off. I'm glad I didn't. He comes through with a huge goal. Great opportunity for the youth here, and now that puts it away. Wilkinson laying it off for him. Primus so far out, but he just winds up. Gray is blocking the view of Portis, and then Gray reaches for that ball and can't get to it. Keeper spots it at some point and dives the right direction, but he never gets a good step on it. He was pretty well planted until the time, and just like that, we're already into stoppage and then some. This should do it. Just the whistle to come. Bad giveaway from Julian, but great ball recovery by Davidson, and that's the final whistle. 2-0 does not speak volumes of what that game actually was. It easily should have been 3, or should have been 2, but much earlier in the game. Either way, it is mostly comfortable. They had 7 attempts, but only 1 on target. They only threatened us that once, and that one was not a very threatening shot. They got a little bit of XG out of this. It was certainly not nothing, but the clean sheet seemed well-deserved under the circumstances. Kamara picked up a yellow in the final minute, probably for time wasting in all likelihood, and yeah, we escape just about with a good amount of squad rotation to help us out there, but there was still at least a good 15 to 20 minutes extra that a couple players didn't need to play before we got them subbed off. Hassel and Mortland. Looking at the list of past winners, this is something we can get excited about. The FA Trophy tops out at our level. You got the League Cup above us. It's the FA Trophy for this level and below. So the FA Trophy is actually a huge opportunity for us to get some silverware beyond a league. Something we haven't done in a while. The Les Phillips Cup, the Walter C. Parson Cup, were way back in the 10th and 11th tiers, lowest levels. We haven't won anything outside of some leagues since then. The first one that even has beyond a basic trophy for us is that Vanarama National League South from a year ago. Looking to get the win this year for sure, as we try to rebound. And actually, that didn't even win that one. That was second. So I suppose that was the playoff. Either way, we've stalled out for a while. We haven't won any extra silverware for a while. We've got a chance here at 2 trophies this year, a chance to get a double on our way up. It would be nice to do so, but how many rounds do we have to get through to see that one out? Draw for the 4th round has just been completed. We're going to be on the road at Yeovil Town. Not the easiest matchup there. This is the round of 32, so we're getting to the point where just about, and I really mean just about because there's only a single exception to this, National League and National League North-South players. So 5th and 6th players, teams that were made. Gainsborough, the only one who is outside of that realm, and the only match that's not yet decided, Darlington and Southend United, who probably play this evening or tomorrow to seal the final spot of the 32. Definitely a chance, but we're going to have to overcome some road matches. Yeovil's going to be a tougher one. We're going to have to commit to a better team for that. Definitely not heavy on the squad rotation as we go through. FA Cup's also in a similar state now, so we're not going to be able to get too many additional opportunities to play the youth unless we can open up the gap at the top of the league a little bit, do more than just 1 or 2 guys rotated when we play against weaker teams within our own league. But at the same time, if I'm going to not go on vacation to manage that roster selection, that's going to be pivotal. But losing 3 of the last 5 league matches and now 3 out of 6 overall is a little bit of a worry for the form that I want to rebound from. And we're going to be on the road at another playoff team for our next match, and that's where we're going to pick up from in our next episode. That's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.